Chapter 12 of The Adventures of Puss in Boots Jr. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Mickey Lee Rich. The Adventure of Puss in Boots Jr. by David Cory. Puss Jr. proves to be a wonderful circus performer. It was about 8:30 o'clock in the evening. The big tent was all aglow with lights. A long line of people reached from the dusty roadway to the ticket office. Flaring torches threw strange streaks of light over the field, lighting up the circus wagons with their gleaming red bodies and yellow wheels. Now and then the roars of the lions and the trumpeting of the elephants could be heard, then the music of the band, a bugle call, a shrill voice, a snap of whips, all the familiar sounds of a traveling circus as the evening breeze ruffled the many flags that decked the great white tent. Puss Jr. stood by the side of the clown in the tan bark ring and looked about him. On all sides were eager faces. Hundreds of children screamed and yelled as the clown came forward and motioned for silence. When the sounds had died away, he spoke loud and clear. "Ladies and gentlemen and little children, we have with us tonight the son of the famous Puss in Boots, the well-known nursery character, dearly loved by old and young. Puss Jr. is in search of his father, but in the meantime has consented to join our circus. I venture to say that no other circus in the world has so wonderful a cat among its performers. You will all be charmed to see his act. His first performance will be to ride around the ring on our beautiful Arabian horse, White Marvel." As the clown finished, Puss jumped nimbly on the horse's back and commenced riding around the ring as if he had been accustomed to this sort of thing all his life. The children clapped their hands and the grown-ups smiled and nodded approvingly. The white horse broke into a gallop, but Puss stood first on one leg and then on the other, bowing gracefully here and there. Not once did he lose his balance, although he wore his red-topped boots. And to stand on the bare back of a horse under such conditions is not the easiest thing in the world. When the clown brought out a wooden ring covered with tissue paper, the crowd held its breath. Would Puss Jr. dare jump through it? Around galloped the big white horse in a swift canter, Puss balancing himself on one leg. As he neared the clown, who stood on the blue barrel close to the ringside, Puss gathered himself together for the jump. Through the tissue paper he went like a bird on the wing and landed safely on the horse's back. A wild round of applause greeted his daring deed. The children clapped their hands and screamed, forgetting in their excitement to eat their peanuts and candy popcorn. The man who carried the pink lemonade in funny little glasses all set in rows in a tin tray stood still to watch. He forgot to cry, "Anybody want some delicious pink lemonade?" because he was so excited over the success of the new member of the circus family. Then all the rest of the actor folk did their stunts. The monkeys played baseball, and the elephants had a boxing match. And when all was over, the clown and the circus lady ran up to Puss Jr. and said, "You were the star performer of the whole show," which of course pleased Puss immensely. End of Chapter 12. Recording by Mickey Lee Rich.